Do roomies.
What is this number? We're up to 5 or 6.
7.
7. Damn, time flies, guys. We're pumping these boys out right now. Holy shit.
Hey, yo, pause.
Yo, no pause, bro. No pause.
Pause.
All right. Well, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Roomies Podcast, episode 7.
17.
My name is Sebastian. I am joined today with two of my lovely friends, Thomas, who is broken zipper for some reason, and Jonathan. How are we doing today, fellas?
We chillin', we vibing, we loving life.
I second that.
I third that.
Hey, copycats. Just carrying this.
I can't believe this is episode 7 already in this podcast.
That means we've been doing this for 7 weeks, no?
Yeah, it's almost 2 months.
Almost 2 months. Jesus, almost 2 months.
Thanks. I've been your friends for 2 months. Wow.
All right. All right.
Yikes. Well, no.
Seven episodes, and we've had 2 guests already.
Yeah.
We're off to a great start.
We're going to have to do something big for 10, though.
Tune in, Bill Cosby.
All right. I don't know about Bill Cosby.
No, not Bill Cosby.
All right, tune in, episode 10. O.J. Simpson.
That's like the next worst person.
Episode 10.
We're trying to be successful here, Tom.
Episode 10, Jared from Subway.
Who the heck is that?
Ooh. Like the guy from the Subway commercials?
His name is...
like, I'm Jared, and I'm on Subway only diet, and I lost all this weight.
Mm.
And then he ended up going to jail because he was a pedo. And then the front page of the paper literally said, what they say there, Jared, you're gonna enjoy this foot long in jail.
God.
Right off the bat, taking a turn. Love it.
Hey, well, you're the one that doesn't know who Jared from Subway is.
No, once you said the article headline, I knew what you're talking about, but I didn't know his name. I had a great topic for this week, and I forgot it.
Well, that doesn't make you a great host, no?
I mean, I do have a topic for this week.
Oh, then go right for it.
All right, conspiracy theories, which is one that you guys actually believe in?
That the coronavirus is chemical warfare.
You believe that it's chemical warfare?
Yeah.
Interesting. Care to elaborate?
I don't know. I just find it odd that it just spread out of nowhere, even though travel bans were done, everything. It just out of nowhere spread everywhere. It really made no sense of how it started in Wuhan, right? That's how you say it.
Mm-hmm.
And it suddenly it's in San Diego. That doesn't make any sense to me. And the guy who got it from San Diego didn't have any connection to China, or didn't have any family come from, or whatever. So I honestly do believe it's chemical warfare.
It's a valid point. I do see where you're coming from because it literally just sprouted out of nowhere. We were talking about it in January, and then come March we were quarantined.
It was literally a meme, and then it just it
was a meme. Yes,
it was a meme.
The one instant where a meme goes a little too far. No, I really do believe that it's some type of chemical warfare. I've heard theories too, it's just it's a way to help depopulize the earth because we have way too many people as is.
They saw Infinity War and really got thinking.
Yeah.
I haven't heard that one. Yeah, right.
There was one patient who was this one also. He's like, honestly, I'm happy for this because we have way too many people anyway on Earth.
Oh my God.
Oh?
Oh Lord.
I'm like, excuse me, sir.
I mean, we like say "Oh Lord" and we like freak out about that, but it's like they do have like valid causes. Like we have
They do,
what,
but like,
7
I
billion
would
people on the
wish
planet.
for like millions of people to die to help that cause.
We don't want Interstellar to happen where our like generation's the last generation, or the
Right.
next generation's the last generation.
Say the word and I'll do it, guys. Say the word and I'll do it. And Seb, you're gonna be one of them. Or will
That's
you?
messed up.
I don't know. Ooh, care to find out? Ooh.
All right, question: if you use Infinity Gauntlet to snap half away the population of the universe, could you, in theory, also like just die?
Yes.
All right. So like, there's a chance, Tom, that you also will die.
No. So okay, so that's another. Okay, I just love how like we went into this like whole like conspiracy theory thing. Now it's leading to Infinity War. Okay, quick point on Infinity War.
To the Roomies podcast.
I think that like honestly no, because think about it. When Tony snapped, he like wiped out everyone from like the whatever that army's called.
Well, he wanted something more specific.
Yeah.
He was like, I want to snap away Thanos' army, whereas Thanos was like, I want to snap away half of the universe.
Exactly. But at the same time, like, my brother was completely joking around about it, but he actually did make a good point. He's like, because I was saying like how Spider-Man got snapped away because he loves Spider-Man. He's like, yeah, but Thor didn't, because guess what? Thanos wanted him to live with the constant regret that he messed up and didn't aim for the head. I was like,
That's
well, maybe
wild.
he wanted that for the core 6 Avengers, or is it 5? Is it 5 or 6?
6. Well, 5 were involved because Hawkeye wasn't there.
I think to some extent you have the choice of who you snap away and who you don't. Like even when Bruce Banner was like snapping everyone back, they're like, all right, just think of everyone that you want, like just think everyone back to normal. Like he just like said that and then boom, everyone back. Coronavirus, I got chemical warfare. All right, now off my Infinity War rant, unless anyone else has anything else to add on to that. Brilliant points.
I have something that I actually asked a bunch of my friends before. I recently started rewatching clips from Batman vs. Superman. Listen, I think it was an okay movie. I don't understand the hate, but whatever. But I got to
Good
thinking
action,
after watching.
bad storyline.
I hear a lot of people say the opposite, where it's good storyline, bad action, bad
No.
CGI on DC's part.
Storyline made no sense. But go on.
So my question here is, who would win in a fight? Would it be, well, it's actually 2. So it's Captain America versus Batman in his Superman suit. And then the second one is Captain America versus Doomsday, but Captain America, like the outer rim of it is kryptonite.
Wait.
So it's like it's fair still.
You lagged there.
2 different scenarios. All right, so it's 2 different scenarios. It's Batman in his Superman suit that he used to fight Superman versus Captain America.
Right.
The second scenario is Doomsday and Captain America, but Captain America's shield, the outside of it, is layered with kryptonite. Who you got winning?
I'm letting John go first.
Well, in regard to Doomsday and Cap, I don't know. Because I would like to say Cap, but it's like, I feel like he's just going to get his shit rocked.
All right, how about this? I give Cap Mjolnir, but Mjolnir does not have kryptonite. It's just Mjolnir. That's it.
I would say Cap would win then, because he can use that, and then he can just stab him with his shield, because it's sharp on the one end, I'm going to say. Not the one end, but it's like, he could probably like throw it at him, it would stick in him.
See, my thing is, I think I'd have to give it to Doomsday just because in the movie, Doomsday absorbs all the energy that they throw at him, and then he just regurgitates it, kind of like Black Panther's suit. So, like, I feel like
Right.
if he hits him with lightning, he's just gonna hit Cap right back with the same lightning.
And I mean, like, even
Yeah.
though like it was like he still lost it, he still took Superman with him.
Exactly.
Well, in theory, like, but he somehow got revived in the second movie in Justice League. But who cares? But that's what I don't like about the DC movie. I feel like everything is such a stretch.
Yeah.
Like that whole like Superman rebirth was just like, huh? Like, how do you know that works? But whatever. I honestly think Doomsday, because that's my point exactly. Like, even though Doomsday like lost, he still took one of them, and it took Superman basically suicide bombing him.
Yeah.
Right, so who would win, Batman in the Superman suit or Captain America?
Cap.
Cap.
See, a lot of people said Cap, but you have to remember, like, he held his own against literally a god. So, like,
But
I feel like he could give Cap a run for his money and might win.
but my thing is, Cap does not have a weakness.
Yeah. Batman's is Martha.
Superman against Kryptonite essentially makes him like a regular human being.
I don't know. I feel like he would die of exhaustion.
Nah, I think Cap wins.
I think it would be a very tough fight.
Also, it's like that suit is designed to take hits. It would definitely be a tough fight.
Okay, maybe with the suit, Batman might have the advantage a little bit. But the one disadvantage is that he didn't really have a lot of his gadgets in the suit, from what it seemed. So it seems like that's like a big disadvantage for him.
I think a more fair fight would be Iron Man versus Batman with the Superman suit. I feel like that's more of a fair fight because it's literally suit on suit kind of.
So, like, what suit are we talking about? Because there's, like,
Just-
God knows how many marks of the Iron Man suits.
Regular like Iron Man suit.
Like from the first Iron Man, like the Mark II or whatever.
I would say like Infinity War Iron Man.
So nanotech.
Yeah.
So nano, yeah.
Well, if it's nanotech, I would say Iron Man. Because, like, he can use it to do anything. He used it to hold Thanos' hand open. He just, like, shot a bunch of his suit at him.
Mm-hmm.
He made those swords, all those missiles.
But honestly, let's be real. The next DC movie, Batman's gonna have the same thing. Because that's how DC is. It's like, oh, that worked for Avengers. Let's do it.
Fair. Hopefully not, but fair.
I hope not. I hope DC, like, whenever they read what Batman's coming out next, they said.
So Wonder Woman.
Wonder Woman.
Oh yeah. Well, whenever this next like Batman or whenever DC comes out with their next like phase of movies, I hope they just get original with it.
That's what they
Because
kind of
honestly-
are leaning towards at this point.
Yeah, because honestly, with Justice League, it just seems so rushed. Like you could have easily done I feel like I would have enjoyed a Flash movie.
They're still making one.
Or I feel like I'm talking
It
about like
might not be Ezra Miller though.
What was it? The latest update was that it is going to be Ezra Miller. It's going to be Flashpoint.
Really, they're gonna keep him after the whole incident with the fans or the fan.
What happened with the fan?
Apparently, he like tackled someone because like they pissed him off. So like he tackled the fan.
I didn't know that. When was that?
I don't know. I think that was like a huge thing though. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, I respect the grind though.
What was it? My friend sent me like a new like update on like DC stuff. I can't remember. But in it said that him and Ray Fisher, who plays Cyborg, is going to be in The Flash. So I don't know. Trying to find it.
Upset that they said something about like Flashpoint, but the Batman, like the Thomas Wayne Flashpoint. I don't remember what it was. I think it was either he wasn't going to be in it or he was. I hope he is in it because I feel like that Batman is actually really, really, really good. And I feel like you can't have Flashpoint without him.
Oh, I agree.
But it's just like, I feel like very apprehensive with the whole idea of Flashpoint just because the animated movie that's already out is just already so good. I feel like they might mess it up, and if they mess it up, my heart's going to be broken. But then again, it's like it's Flashpoint, and like Flashpoint's so good.
The big difference between DC and Marvel too is I feel like Marvel didn't really rely on other characters as much. Like,
what do you mean?
The first Captain America, the first Iron Man, like the first like whatever, like the first Thor, they were fine with that, like each other. Now I feel like DC is like too reliant on like instead of just another regular Batman movie, it's like Batman vs Superman or like Batman and Flash.
Okay.
You're saying that they don't have strong standalone movies. Is what you're saying. That they need to have another like lead in order to make it good.
Like even like after like I was about to say Ragnarok, I forgot Hulk was in there. Like Black Panther, I guess is a good example. Black Panther, he was like already introduced, but it was like, all right, just him in his own movie. And like it was in the mix of everything. Ant-Man 2 was another solid one to where it's like I know Ant-Man 2 wasn't the best in the series, but it was like everything was happening, but we still like they're still able to give us a good movie with Ant-Man, and we're like, oh, how does this relate to everything?
Right.
Well, I feel like recently they're like, all right, new Superman movie. All right, who are we gonna throw in this one? Batman, Cyborg, Flash, Wonder Woman. Even Batman vs Superman is like, where did Wonder Woman come from? This wasn't part of the trailer.
Well, it was in the trailer. That was my main thing that I hated about Batman vs Superman is that DC can't like advertise their movies as good as like Marvel, where Marvel can keep things under wraps very well. I mean, like, if you look at the first Batman and Superman trailer, it got me mad because they showed Wonder Woman at the end. I think no, it was Wonder Woman.
Oh, okay.
It was Wonder Woman at the end, and then eventually another trailer dropped, and then they showed Doomsday. And I'm like, why did you just do all of that?
The entire movie.
You literally, I feel like if you didn't show Doomsday and Wonder Woman and just left that as like a surprise in the theater, like that would have been better.
Everyone, I remember all the conspiracy videos on Endgame because everyone's like, okay, we know that the Russos keep things like they'll lie a little bit in the trailers to keep things like hidden, like the whole no one knew where the Soul Stone was and they assumed it was Heimdall. I always forget it. They assumed it was him because they showed a picture, clip of him with like orange eyes or like yellow eyes. Like, ooh, that represents the Soul Stone. I'm like, ooh, interesting. But then like Infinity War, when the big running at each other scene, they had Hulk there, and they're like, Hulk wasn't in the movie.
Right.
So that's why like everyone was like, I remember the Endgame speculations. Like I was watching so many videos on it, and everyone was just throwing out these major like what ifs because it's like we really genuinely don't know.
And like, that is how I like it.
And if you watch the DC trailer and you see Doomsday in it, you're like, all right, if Batman and Superman are fighting each other and Doomsday comes out of nowhere, what are the odds that Batman's going to fight Superman while Doomsday's there and Superman's going to fight Batman while Doomsday's there? And what's Wonder Woman doing there?
Right.
They should have just kept it as just Batman versus Superman and then everything else just be a surprise. Like, I feel like a good way for them, instead of the whole Martha thing, for them to like unite and fight alongside each other would have been Doomsday. Like, they would have been like, yo, like, this is bigger than us.
Your mom's name is Martha? My mom's name is Martha. Let's be best friends.
Yeah, so, you know, coming off of Man of Steel, which was, like, honestly one of my favorite Superman movies.
That was a good one.
It was really solid. And I was really looking forward Batman versus Superman, and it's Ben Affleck and all that. So I was like, oh, this must be good. It's gonna be good. And then I was like, it was good, but like, it could have been a lot better.
Can't lie though. I hope Robert Pattinson's good because I feel like they haven't missed with the Batman yet. I've never not been disappointed with the Batman actor yet.
Apparently it's more the Batman, like the detective Batman. It's not really the Batman that we're used to. I'm already gonna place money and say that we're not going to see Robert Pattinson in a full Batman suit until the end. It's going to be one of those.
I could see that.
Yeah. Also, like a very, very, very origin movie.
Yeah, but it's not gonna like focus on his. Like they're not gonna. I don't think they're gonna rehash like the same way they, with Tom Holland, how they didn't rehash Uncle Ben. I don't know if they're gonna fully rehash his parents.
Oh, honestly, I'm over it. Like, I know it's horrible to say, but it's like I've seen his parents die so many times in so many different types of Batman stuff. I'm just like, all right, I know what's gonna happen.
I love what's it the Spider-Man. It's like at least we didn't see Uncle Ben die again.
Not yet.
So
yeah, that's true. Not yet.
Oh yeah, they might tweak that in
flashback.
I hope they don't. Uncle Ben. Knowing Marvel though the way they are now, they probably would squeak someone major into the role of Uncle Ben.
Well, I know either Tom Holland wants Tobey. Yeah, Tom Holland I think wants Tobey Maguire to be Uncle Ben.
They will. There's no way they're not gonna make Uncle Ben like a huge like either like Easter egg, like it's like a Tobey Maguire, or have it be Tobey Maguire and Andrew Garfield kills him.
That'd be really funny.
Oh my god, imagine the scenes. Russo brothers, hit me up in the comments.
I'm looking at the cast for the new Batman movie.
That would be
Andy Serkis is going to be Alfred.
Yeah.
Interesting. Yeah. I didn't see that.
Colin Farrell is going to be the Penguin.
Yeah. And then this Paul Dano. I don't know. I've never heard of
those scenes right here. Peter Quill's father kills Uncle Ben. Scenes. I don't know how that correlates. I don't know, but I would love it.
You mean the God or whatever from Guardians 2?
Yeah.
Ego.
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
You want him to kill Uncle Ben?
The scenes.
Well, because in the Tobey Maguire, he was killed by Sandman.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
Yeah.
So, I mean, like, they could do that. They can go that route and introduce a new villain that way.
True. Very true.
I heard they were working on incorporating Venom into the MCU, I think, right?
Oh, I have a great way they could do that.
Uh-oh.
So
wait, let me guess.
Okay.
It involves Tom Holland in a church.
No.
Stripping the venom goo off of him while the bell rings.
Nope.
Why does that seem awfully familiar or something else?
And then there's another guy in the church, right? Praying that Peter Parker dies. Am I close, John?
No.
God, oh man.
Well, because I think they're trying to get Tom Hardy's Venom.
Yeah.
And the way I can see that working is that because they also, I think, want to do like Sinister Six. That's what it seems a little bit.
That'd be dope.
So I could see like the government, like, we got to get people to hunt Spider-Man down after killing Mysterio. And they could call in Tom Hardy's Venom, and he could be one of the Sinister Six. And then that's why him and Spider-Man fight, because Venom's supposed to be like an anti-hero. So why would he fight Spider-Man? Because
and you think about it, that
bad guy.
Tony's not there to defend them.
Yep.
You have Cap not there to defend them. Thor's off with the Guardians.
Yep.
None of them are there.
Professor Hulk, he's still on Earth, right?
Yes.
That'd be a cool crossover. I would love to see like a Professor Hulk Beast and Spider-Man in a movie together. I think that'd be pretty dope.
Yeah, I agree. Especially
It'd
because
just be,
they're science bros.
I know it'd just be such a weird crossover, but at the same time they're like the two most like Avengers that like go hand in hand now.
Yeah.
I have one way I thought it could be Venom could be introduced is that okay, so the ending of Far From Home, and viewers, if you haven't seen Far From Home at this point, what are you doing? But
It's over.
spoilers.
No, yeah, it's over a year. Spoilers are allowed.
So the ending when they find out that Peter Parker's Spider-Man, what I'm thinking is Doctor Strange is gonna come into play and he's gonna be like, hey, let me throw you guys into another timeline until like we figure out what to do with your timeline, and then he's gonna throw him into a timeline with like Venom, and then they're gonna be like, "Yo,
God.
Venom's here."
Doctor Strange is too smart for that.
But I mean, like, if you think about it, it's like, what else are they gonna do?
I mean, honestly, I forget that like everything Avengers like takes place in New York. I'm like, what?
Yeah,
like literally,
New York is always ground zero. All the memes, or
Captain
whatever.
America from New York, Spider-Man from New York. Tony Stark, was he initially from New York?
He's in LA.
California. Yeah.
Well,
Malibu?
I mean, when you're Tony Stark, you can live out anywhere you want.
True.
Very true.
What was it? Doctor Strange, New York.
I mean, Avengers Tower is in New York.
Honestly, like, I found that funny in the in Endgame when they go back in time. I found it funny. I was like, oh yeah, Doctor Strange was here this entire time, or not Doctor Strange, but the people, the wizards people. It was like, yeah, we've been here the entire time. Duh. Like, do they join and help?
Yeah, I
the
like
event?
that scene where
No.
he's like,
He's got to defend the shrine.
I like that scene. Because then she also references, like, because Banner goes and he's like, where's Doctor Strange? And she's like, oh, he's performing surgery 9 blocks that way or something. You're, what, 7 years too early or something like that?
Yeah.
Like, I like that they, like, connected everything. And then like, the Ancient One knew the whole time that he is going to be the next person or whatever in charge of the time stone.
Yeah. Because they know all the timelines and stuff.
Yes.
Yeah.
And then she's like, he's like, Steven told you to get the stones or whatever, and he's like, yes. She's like, well, I guess he knows what he's doing, so here you go.
Oh my God. Ant-Man's another one. He's San Francisco though.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's San Fran. I think no one could have done Ant-Man other than Paul Rudd. I feel like he was perfect.
I agree.
I can't think of someone else.
Yeah.
The only way I could see someone else is if they did the Hank Pym Ant-Man.
Okay.
Yes, Hank Pym, but like,
yeah,
that might be like a throwback. But at that point, you could take anyone.
If you had to switch any Marvel characters, who would you switch? Like, for example, Robert Downey Jr. play Captain America.
Oh, fuck.
I feel like there's only one I can think of. And it's kind of obvious.
Who?
Chris Pratt and Paul Rudd.
Yeah.
I feel like that's the only one I can think of.
Yeah, I could see that.
Maybe.
I really think of like who could take like Chris Evans. I'm like, no one. Who could take Iron Man? No one.
I mean, no one can really play Spider-Man because the age.
Yeah, Tom Holland was literally the perfect cast for that.
Unless you maybe do a Paul Rudd, Tom Holland switch up.
I feel like he'd be so old.
What if you switch Jake Gyllenhaal and Robert Downey Jr.?
I can see Jake Gyllenhaal as Iron Man, but I can't see Robert Downey Jr. as a bad guy.
Maybe not Mysterio, maybe someone else. Because
Yeah.
I know Robert could definitely play a good villain.
Yeah, he could. Maybe even Chris Evans and Chris Hemsworth.
I would. I feel
But
like
it's
that Chris Hemsworth is
Australian.
I feel like the I was thinking that too, but the fact that Chris Hemsworth is from where is he from?
Australia.
Australia. That he gives that like foreign vibe that like connects or resonates
Captain
with like
America, not
Thor.
American.
Yeah, that would kind of throw it off, and that'd be really weird. Like we have an
Um,
Aussie playing Captain America.
Ruffalo was meant for Hulk. I feel like no one else can play Hulk.
Yeah,
Even though it's so weird because it's like half the time it's like not even like Mark Ruffalo. It's like just Hulk.
CGI. Well, it's still
With,
him. He's doing the mocap.
yeah. Paul Rudd and Chris Pratt, I can definitely say. Hawkeye, obviously no one else can be Hawkeye because obviously Hawkeye is the best Avenger.
Yes, sir.
Honestly, what about I forget her name, but Scarlett Johansson.
And Elizabeth Olsen,
No,
Brie Larson.
Captain Marvel. Yeah, Brie Larson. That's what I'm thinking of. That could be a solid switch.
Yeah, I could see that.
Yeah, I would say them two could be a good switch too.
I could see more Brie Larson as Black Widow rather than the
Yeah,
other way around.
yeah. Because I feel like we're just used to Scarlett Johansson being like all like serious, while Brie Larson's kind of like she's literally like the opposite of Thor in terms of like they're just both there, like they know that they're like pretty much unbeatable, and they're just like, yeah, I'm just having fun with this. Nick
Yeah, I'm trying to
Fury.
think of other people that you can switch.
Robert Downey Jr. as Nick Fury. Imagine.
That'd be
No,
fun.
no one can replace Nick Fury.
Yeah, no one can replace Sam Jackson.
I don't know. You don't think Denzel could pull it off?
Okay,
No,
yeah.
no.
Jamie Foxx. Jamie Foxx, I feel like
Okay.
would be a great Fury.
Yes. All
Okay.
right, now next question. Oh, Johnny, you have something?
Tangent. What did we think of Jamie Foxx as Electro?
I don't like it. I don't like it. Great actor. Has amazing potential. They didn't use him the full way. The CGI ruined it for me. I was just like, this is not
Yeah,
quite
they didn't really
blue.
use Fox. In my opinion, they didn't really use Jamie Foxx.
They really they didn't.
They wasted a lot of money to have someone be CGI'd half the movie.
And I mean, in the comics, he's not like transformed in any way. I mean, like he's still like Electro still looks like a human being, right?
Yeah.
In the main timeline, yeah. I think in the Ultimates, he's blue.
But I'd rather have the main one because the main one it looks fine. And if it was Jamie Foxx, just the way it was just like electric powers, I feel like it would have been fine.
Oh, I agree.
Yeah, I can get behind that.
Yeah.
But yeah, they didn't utilize him nearly enough in that
That's
movie.
what I'm saying.
Jamie Foxx is one of those actors is just so versatile in any role that he plays.
Garfield was the best Spider-Man in the worst rendition of it. I will forever go by that. He was better than Tobey Maguire.
I mean, his first movie wasn't bad.
Better writing, better cast, better everything. But Andrew Garfield was the better Spider-Man. No one can change my mind.
There's a lot of angry fans in the chat right now.
Come
How
at me.
dare you? Tobey's the better Spider-Man.
Nobody likes Tobey Maguire. It's all because we grew up on him.
Yeah, everyone hates on Andrew Garfield, but I'm like, the first movie wasn't bad. Like, the first movie was solid. It's the second movie that was really where it kind of just tanked. Yeah. I was just like, oh.
Big yikes. A very unnecessary death at the end. But that was very unnecessary.
Well, because it's like they got to introduce MJ somehow.
Yeah, true.
Not anymore.
Which never happened.
Not anymore. Yeah, you're right.
Honestly, I'm not sure if I'm just dumb, but I did not see Zendaya being MJ. Like, I don't like look into like who plays who and whatever. And like low key, I'm like the first girl that he's like going after. I'm like, that's not MJ. What? And then it's like Zendaya's just like, oh yeah, MJ. I'm like, what? She's MJ? Because she was never really called MJ until like the last part of the movie.
Right. I think that was their big point, like their big reveal type of thing.
Mm-hmm. So I like her as MJ. I think she's really good.
Yeah, I like her too.
Well, she's just like a great actress where she can just play any role.
Also
And
very
she's
true.
good. She's literally every personality put into one human being. She can play anything.
I agree. As much as I like her as MJ, I kind of wish she was like another, like a hero.
Like Gwen, Spider-Gwen.
Spider-Gwen, Spider-Woman.
Or even, I don't know. There are a couple actors that have been cast in things where I'm just like, oh, I'm glad that they're in it, but I wish they were a different character. Like Jake Gyllenhaal, I had a feeling they were gonna kill him, and I would have preferred him to be like a hero and that we'd have him for a while.
Yeah.
I feel similar with Andy Serkis being Alfred. I think he would have been either a good villain or just something else. I just feel not it's a waste, but it's just like you could have got someone else for
That's
that
the
role.
same thing with the same thing we're talking about with the trailers. Like no one knew what role Jake Gyllenhaal was gonna play as Mysterio, and it turns out he was the bad guy.
Yeah.
Because isn't traditionally Mysterio a good guy?
Nope.
No, he's a bad guy.
Yeah.
Okay, and then that's why he was portrayed as like pretty much the exact opposite of what he was in the MCU. Because I was like, wait, this guy's like helping Spider-Man? Like what?
Yeah, that was a big thing. That people were
And
like,
that's where
is he gonna
Marvel
be
just hit
here?
you with that hook out of nowhere.
Yeah.
Oh, we love the superheroes.
We do.
We do. Black Widow coming out, the next Marvel movie. I'm so excited. I'm honestly more excited to see Taskmaster than I am Black Widow. I don't know.
They didn't.
It's just like Taskmaster's so good.
They didn't finish filming Widow, right?
No, they did.
They did, yeah.
I don't know why they just don't release it on demand, but I know like Marvel, like obviously you're gonna make a lot more money if it's in theaters.
Yeah, they're gonna crack definitely $1 billion in like 3 weeks.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah. Because people have been waiting since her introduction for that movie.
Yeah.
I'm just upset that we won't find out what happened. What's the city that Hawkeye and Black Widow always mention?
Budapest.
Budapest. They're like, oh, this isn't as bad as Budapest, and everyone's like, what happened in Budapest?
I'm hoping that Hawkeye is in it, but I feel like he's not.
No, he's under house arrest.
During that point?
Yes, he is.
Really?
It's after Civil War.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Mm-hmm.
I thought it was gonna be more origin.
No. It's like it's in between Civil War and Infinity War.
This is why I don't like paying attention to stuff, because I like being surprised.
I'm sorry I ruined it for you.
No, you're good. Like it's good knowing the timeline of it.
Yeah, when they said it was gonna be a prequel, I thought they were gonna do it in like the 5 years of the snap.
Yeah.
But then they're like, no, we're gonna do it after Civil War. I was like, okay.
No, it would be a pretty dope. What would have been pretty dope would have been like a Captain Marvel like post snap, because apparently she went gone and she was like, I'm gonna protect the rest of the galaxy.
Right. Yeah, that would have been cool. Like if they do like shorts, like little short videos.
Yeah.
You would want to see like her point of view of the snap.
After when the snap happened, like she'd be like, "Oh, that happened." Kind of like how Ant-Man 2 ended on like the whole like it snapped, and like this is what they were doing during the snap. And then at the beginning of Endgame, they gave us like the whole what was Hawkeye doing during the snap. I would like to see Captain Marvel's point of view from what happened. Like when, like obviously she got the page from Nick Fury, but like what was happening that like she didn't know about it
That
earlier.
scene.
I
That
remember
scene
that
at the
scene
beginning
was
of
so
Endgame.
hype. Like the whole like, wait, what is he doing? And you see the logo and you're like, is that's Captain Marvel, right? That was pretty hype.
What I would like to see, they keep talking about how the Nova Corps was like
Good night, Mom.
decimated.
Oh, we're at that point of the stream.
Seb, your mom won't say goodnight to you because I snapped before and she gone.
That's crazy. I mean, she doesn't say goodnight to me either way. So
Well, she gone.
that's messed up.
I snapped away John's left pinky toe too. He
Yeah,
just hasn't noticed yet.
that. Yeah, I don't know how to respond to that. I was like, do I make like a stub toe joke or do I just go along with it?
You done, son? You done, son?
What was it? What I would like to see though is that they keep talking about how the Nova Corps was like decimated because Thanos like stormed the Nova Corps and took the Power Stone.
Mm-hmm.
I want to see it. I want to see it happen.
Okay. Imagine it doing like a Thanos series.
That'd be cool.
That'd be pretty dope. I can't lie. I would watch that. Like a Netflix series. I mean, not Netflix.
Disney
Disney
Plus.
Plus series.
Their shows.
Like a
Their shows right now
Thanos.
are behind.
Yeah. Like a Thanos series of like Thanos is going and messing stuff up.
What was it? I do think we are gonna see it though, because I really want to, and I think they're saving it for if they do a Nova movie. And
Okay.
then that's gonna be part of his origin, because that's what he's supposed to be, is like the last one.
Yeah.
So I'm hoping that happens. If it doesn't, I think it's a wasted opportunity.
I mean, it's been over a year since we had a Marvel movie, right? Because Spider-Man was the last one.
It's officially been a year, yeah.
That's crazy.
That was July 7th. Yeah, I remember that came out on my brother's birthday. That was
That's
my
a good birthday
present.
gift.
I know, it was such an easy birthday gift.
Yeah.
But no, it's been dry.
Yeah.
I feel like Netflix is actually filling the void, though. I don't know if you guys have been keeping up with Netflix news, but the Russo brothers just got green light for their new movie, Ryan Gosling and Chris Evans, and the budget's $200 million.
Wow.
That's an insane.
It's like
amount.
I think it's the biggest in Netflix history, the budget that they got.
That's so
and
absurd.
It is. It's like Ryan Gosling and Chris Evans are like spies or whatever, and this is apparently like they want to make it into like an actual franchise or whatever, and it's huge. The Russo's brothers are literally doing it, and Chris Evans posted about it on Instagram. I think it's called The Gray Man.
That's pretty dope. I mean, if you have $200 billion, like there's no reason why you shouldn't have like every A-list actor on that movie.
Yeah, so it's called The Gray Man.
Like you can
$200
probably
million
pay
budget.
Channing Tatum just to walk in the background. That's how much money that is.
There's also another one coming out with a pretty stacked cast. It's called The Devil All the Time. It's based on the book by Donald Ray Pollock, known as a psychological thriller that takes place between World War II and the Vietnam War. It follows the stories of several different people who have been damaged by the effects of war. The cast includes Robert
I was about to
Patterson,
say, there's
Tom
nobody
Holland.
you're not reading this off, and you definitely are reading this off.
No, I'm 100% reading it off. It's Robert Patterson, Tom Holland, Bill Skarsgård, the dude that played the clown in It, that played Pennywise.
Yeah.
Love that guy.
Haley Bennett, Sebastian Stan, Riley Keough, Jason Clarke, Eliza Scanlon, Neil Wasikowski, I don't know how to pronounce her last name, Henry Melling, and then Pokey Lafarge. So like that alone is like huge. Like,
I'm interested to see Tom Holland in a movie that's set like back in like that time. That'd be interesting.
And then Tom Holland, speaking about Tom Holland, he just confirmed that Spider-Man 3 would probably be filming in February of next year.
That's great.
I mean, it'll
I'm
probably
happy
be
with that.
released of what,
2022.
February 21, so probably July 22.
Probably.
Because that's when Spider-Man's always get. The one thing I always respect about Marvel is they always stick true to the schedule.
Yeah.
Like Spider-Man's always July. You always had the big Marvel movies in like March, May.
Well, we had Endgame in April.
Yeah, they bumped that up big time. It was supposed to be like, it was a set day. Like, yeah, guess what? We're gonna move it up. And I'm like, great publicity stunt.
Yeah.
It's like, guys, that was a great idea. Let's just say we're gonna release it in March. I'm like, why? I'm like, just trust me. But we're gonna release it in April.
Was this supposed to come out in May?
I don't know.
Yeah, but they bumped it up a week.
Because was that when Star Wars was coming out? No, Star Wars came out in Christmas, the holiday season, right?
All
Something was
three
coming
Star
out before
Wars
then.
new trilogies, all those movies came out like Christmas.
Ooh, speaking of, I don't know if I talked about this yet, but I have some really interesting Star Wars news.
That Luke Skywalker is now Anakin's father.
No.
And that Yoda
there
makes
are some rumors going around, and basically like the shareholders for Disney aren't happy with the sequel trilogy, and that they could potentially think about removing the episodic title for each movie. So episode like The Force Awakens wouldn't be considered episode 7, Last Jedi wouldn't be considered episode 8, and then Rise of Skywalker wouldn't be considered episode 9. And that instead they would create a Star Wars multiverse and have those movies as like just kind of their own thing.
Ooh.
Yeah. So like I was like, all right, I'm okay with it because I was not like the hugest fan of The Last Jedi or The Rise of Skywalker. I thought Force Awakens was fine, even though people were like, oh, it's just New Hope, like reskinned or whatever. I would keep like Force Awakens as episode 7, get rid of Last Jedi, Force, and Rise of Skywalker, and keep that as like whatever you want to do. And then honestly, I don't know if you want to go back and redo the movies because I know a lot of the cast members aren't really like down to do it anymore.
So Star Wars is the ultimate copy and paste. Like copy, cut, paste.
Yeah. But you also have to remember, like, there hadn't been a Star Wars movie for what, like 7 years or something.
Yeah.
So like they were like, let's play it safe and let's do something that was like that worked. So they did that, and yeah, the rumor, obviously nothing's confirmed. Disney hasn't said anything officially, but I mean, Kathleen Kennedy's contract ends next year, I'm pretty sure. So like I'm really curious to see what's going on with that. Because I mean, the movies, The Last Jedi made, I think it crossed over $1 billion. But like what really struggled was like the merchandise and the stuff afterward. Not a lot of stuff sold for The Last Jedi or The Rise of Skywalker. And I know for a fact that I think it may have been confirmed that George Lucas wasn't able to really express his opinion about the last 2 movies, but when he did, he said he didn't like it at all. That it was not what he wanted for Star Wars.
Yeah. Oh, Star Wars. I'm so happy I never got caught up in Star Wars as much as I thought I would. I love Star Wars. Don't get me wrong, but like the whole storyline, the whole like everything involved in it is so confusing.
My one comment on like taking stuff out, like in regards to like the actors coming back, I don't think that they'll get any of the younger actors to come back, but I think the one person that could maybe come back would be Mark Hamill. just because I know he wasn't happy with how Luke was portrayed in episode 8. Like, he went up to Ryan Johnson and was like, I hate this, but you're the director and I'll
Who did he
respect.
play?
Mark
I'm
Hamill
not
played
good.
Luke
I'm not good with names.
Mark Hamill was Luke.
Skywalker.
Oh, okay.
So he wasn't
not-
happy, and he talked to Ryan Johnson. He's like, I hate this, but you're the director and I'll respect your like authority, basically, or respect your vision. And he did it, but he wasn't happy about it. So I could see him coming back and doing like a portrayal that he'd enjoy.
Interesting.
Yeah, it was. But I know some of the cast members, like, I don't know who it is, but I think some of them aren't really like down to redo the sequel trilogy. I hate that I feel like episode 7 is really good in the sense that it obviously brought back Star Wars, and B, it had so much opportunity and potential to take Star Wars into a really, really good direction. But then Ryan Johnson just took it and then went like a whole 180 to a different area, and we're just like, well, this is not really what we wanted. What are you doing here? And then it ended the way that it ended, and I'm just like, this could have been so much more better. Like, you could have fixed it with this movie, but then you guys kind of just
I agree with you. I think they should have just, if you're gonna give, I think what they should have done, they should have had a Kevin Feige for Star Wars, have one like overarching story. You can have different directors do it, but you just need to have someone overseeing that the story is being, the same story is being told.
Yeah, it's consistent.
Yeah, that's what DC needed too. That's what they all need. They need one person overseeing everything, making sure it's all cohesive.
Cohesive. We love cohesive.
Big boy
Talking about
words.
cohesive, are you cohesively thinking about school starting up? Zoom is a great way to have online classes. Download Zoom today. Use code TOM for $10 off your first purchase.
Did you just do a plug
I did our weekly sponsor.
for Zoom?
Yeah, sponsoring us.
All right. I mean, I can't say shit. I did it with an electric duster last week.
Use code TOM.
That was
$10 off your
great.
first purchase.
That was amazing.
Use Tom. Use
Code
roomies.
Tom. I didn't even think of that.
Use
Tom's
code Tom.
branching out on his own.
What's easier to type in, Roomies with 3 O's or Tom?
What's more satisfying to type?
Roomies
with 3 O's or Tom 1?
More satisfying type is Tom. T-O-M.
Roomies. ROOMIES.
Tom, you should just spell your name with 2 more O's, then you'd be Tomb.
Doom.
Toomus.
Roomies or Toomies?
Wait, hear me out. Toomus Cunelli.
Oh God.
All right, Jonathan Walls.
Okay. All right.
No, it would be Junathan.
No, Jonathan.
No, if you're doing the 3 O's.
No, I'm not.
And then Sebastian Rosales.
Seb doesn't have any O's in his name. What a loser.
Yes, he does.
And my last name, I do.
His last name.
It doesn't count.
Instead of broken zipper, it's broken zipper.
Instead of your mom, it's your moom.
Oh my God.
I did your moom last night. I spent a lot of time with your moom last night, if you know what I mean. We were doing a puzzle together.
Oh, that's perfect.
Lord have mercy.
I'm so glad that we got to Moom.
To move. Where do we move?
No, Moom.
Move? What?
Moom.
Oh my God. All right. Do we have any other topics to talk about, or we're just gonna keep saying "move" for the next?
John really hurt my brain there.
Jesus.
Do we want to go back to conspiracy theories?
I mean, do you have one?
Wow, that was literally something we mentioned at the beginning of the podcast.
We went on the longest tangent.
We went. He somehow started at conspiracy theories and then ended up with Star Wars being the worst. The Star Wars sequel trilogy being so bad.
All right, conspiracy. If I had a pen and Sid had a sword, which is mightier?
Is it the Percy Jackson pen? Because that really takes it to a new level.
What was it? The Geico commercial was like, "What's mightier, the pen or the sword?" And it's like the guy uses like the pen to sign for a package, and it's like a ray gun. It completely like, blows the guy into dust. It's like,
it's not really a conspiracy theory, though.
Yeah, I know. Seb, stop killing my vibes.
I'm sorry. I'll just sign out of Zoom.
A drop kick your front two teeth in, Tommy the two belts.
Okay, all right.
What?
Lord.
Lord.
I don't really have anything else.
Do you want to end it here?
How long we've been recording?
I'd say about an hour.
All right.
All right. Those of you a conspiracy, John. Name one real quick, John. Come on, for the road.
JFK was an inside job.
Oh, it was. It was 100%.
I love that. I remember when I think it was a few years ago, all of that like information about the assassination came out or whatever. It was declassified, but everyone was so hyped about reading it, and it was all redacted or whatever. So it was like, what's the point?
My brother loves all those like conspiracy like movies and stuff, like TV specials. It's so interesting. Like I remember there was one that was like JFK. It was like all like it was like basically going through like every possibility, like every like theory there was. That it was like, oh, the sniper from the behind the fence or the sniper behind the tree. It was the guy in the front seat turned around and like boom boom. Like I'm like, what?
What was it? I had a forensic science class in high school, and we spent I think like a week and a half just on like doing JFK.
I love it.
And it was, I forget what conclusion we came to. I think we came up to that there was someone else.
Yeah.
That it's like physically impossible for the guy that went down for it.
And it was the main suspect. Didn't he get like assassinated? Like
yeah,
he got assassinated. Yeah, on the way to like his court hearing, he got assassinated.
Like live TV too.
Yeah.
I love conspiracies. I just wish there was an answer. I wish it was like, all right, man, you guys like have all your conspiracies. Like I have like the golden envelope in this like little chest of what really happened. It's like JFK, like has like a in his will he's like, all right, give this to my great grandson in like 2050, and it's just like, dear great grandson, this is how I really died.
What if he actually didn't die and it was just all an elaborate ruse to get him like, so just so he can like not be president because he's like tired of it. He's like, I don't want to be president anymore.
So what you're saying is Tupac isn't
the president. We'll figure it.
That Tupac, Michael Jackson, and JFK are chilling on an island right now.
There is that theory. That's possible.
Elvis is there too, by the way.
Speaking of Elvis, have you ever seen in Men in Black? They're like, Elvis didn't die. He just went home saying that he was an alien.
Yes,
yeah.
Yes.
I love that.
Oh my god, Elvis is an alien. Elvis died on his toilet. What a way to go out. Talking about going out, do you have a significant other that you want to take out to dinner? Try Outback. Steak on the Bobby. Get the bloomin' onion on me. Use code Tom at checkout.
Why do we have two sponsors for one episode?
I'm sorry, Seb. Are you complaining about more money? If you're looking for more money, try TD Bank.
Oh my god.
All right. On that note, we should end this podcast before it literally just turns into just random plugs.
Plugs? Are you talking about the Super
John, sign us off.
All right, I'm John. That picture is Seb, and
Use
no one
code
will shut up is Tom.
At discount.
Thank you for watching.
Code Tom.